Have you ever found yourself unable to feel the excitement of a new day, regardless of what's planned? Or perhaps you've noticed a persistent heaviness that makes even simple tasks feel insurmountable. Today, we'll explore these feelings deeper to understand if what you're experiencing is more than just a bout of laziness. It might be depression. Come join us now as we explore 7 signs that what you are experiencing isn't just laziness, it's depression. 1. Loss of interest in activities you once loved. One of the clearest signs of depression is when you no longer enjoy the activities that used to bring you joy. It's not just about feeling bored, it's a deeper disconnection from your passions. For instance, consider the last time you planned to do something you used to love. You might find that your old hobbies now feel like just another chore. Let's say you used to spend your weekends painting, something that always calmed you and sparked your creativity. Now your painting supplies collect dust, and the thought of painting feels overwhelming. This lack of interest isn't just indecision, it's a sign that your enjoyment of life's pleasures is diminishing. If this sounds familiar, it might be time to explore these feelings with a professional. 2. Persistent fatigue that isn't solved by sleeping. Feeling constantly tired can also be a sign of depression, not just physical exhaustion. It's about more than needing sleep. It's about not feeling restored no matter how much rest you get. Imagine waking up day after day feeling just as tired as when you went to bed. This ongoing weariness affects your ability to engage in daily activities. If, after a full night's sleep, you still find it hard to get out of bed, feeling as if you've run a marathon overnight, this could be indicative of more than just bad sleep. It suggests a deeper mental exhaustion typical of depression. Reflect on this. When was the last time you felt truly refreshed? 3. Changes in appetite that are unusual for you. Depression can also manifest as changes in your appetite, which can be either an increase or a decrease. It's not about choosing to eat differently. It's about not feeling the same hunger cues as before. For example, you might skip meals not because you're dieting, but because you simply don't feel hungry. Consider a day last week when you missed meals because you just weren't interested in food. This isn't a simple preference shift. It's a significant change in your basic bodily functions, which can be a red flag for depression. If eating feels more like a task than a necessity, it's important to consider why that might be. 4. Difficulty concentrating on routine tasks. Struggling to concentrate can also be a sign of depression. It's not merely about distraction, it's about finding it difficult to focus on tasks you used to handle easily. This could mean taking longer to complete tasks or finding routine work suddenly overwhelming. Imagine trying to read a book and you find yourself reading the same paragraph over and over. This difficulty in concentrating isn't just an off day. It's a symptom of something that could be affecting your cognitive functions. If focusing is becoming increasingly difficult, it could be worthwhile to seek help. 5. Withdrawal from social activities. Depression often leads to social withdrawal. It's not about preferring solitude as a personal trait. It's about feeling unable to engage socially, even with friends and family. Think about a recent social event that you decided to skip, not because you had other plans, but because the thought of socializing felt too draining. If you're finding that you're avoiding social interactions more frequently and prefer to stay in, this could indicate a withdrawal symptomatic of depression. Ask yourself if this retreat is really what you desire, or if it's a reaction to deeper feelings of disconnection. 6. Unexplained physical pains. Depression can also manifest as physical symptoms, such as unexplained aches and pains. It's not just occasional discomfort, it's persistent pain that doesn't seem to have a clear medical cause. For instance, you might experience regular headaches or muscle aches without any physical exertion. If you're frequently feeling physical pain that your doctor can't explain, consider whether your emotional state could be the cause. Reflecting on how often you feel these pains could help you recognize a pattern linked to your mood rather than your physical health. 7. Overwhelming feelings of guilt or worthlessness. Finally, overwhelming feelings of guilt or worthlessness are potent indicators of depression. This isn't about feeling guilty for a mistake. It's about a pervasive sense of self-blame that doesn't match reality. Perhaps you blamed yourself harshly for a minor error at work, seeing it as a personal failure rather than a simple oversight. This severe self-criticism is not just being hard on yourself. It's an exaggerated response that can be a symptom of depression. When you catch yourself being overly critical, pause and ask if a friend would ever speak to you the way you speak to yourself. In recognizing these signs, it's crucial not to self-diagnose but to seek professional advice. Depression is treatable, and reaching out for help is a strong and positive step. If any of these scenarios feel familiar, consider discussing them with a healthcare provider. Thank you for taking the time to reflect on these important aspects of mental health. Sharing this journey towards understanding can make a profound difference in both your life and the lives of others around you. Also, be sure to like and subscribe to get early access to our next video release. You'll be glad you did. And always remember that you are absolutely wonderful, and yes, you are loved.